This is the DJI Nano, and it's their answer to the question, can we make our action cameras that little bit smaller? Is it a gimmick or a very fun and useful camera to use? Well, let's go around and find out the answer to that very question. We've got an all-new 1/1.3 inch sensor, which is capable of shooting 4K 60 frames per second in 10-bit D-Log-M with audio, and in super slow motion mode, we've got 4K 120, also 10-bit D-Log-M. So 4K 120 in a camera this size is actually really impressive. In terms of internal storage, we actually have two options. We have the 64 and 128 gigabyte. So the 64 gigabyte gives you an hour of footage in the 4K 24 frames per second, 4:3 aspect ratio, which is what I'm shooting right now, and in the highest bit rate. So I'm guessing the 128 gigabytes gives you 2 hours. But do not worry, because there is a micro SD port, so you can expand that footage if you want more than even 128 gigabytes. And yes, you did hear me right. I am talking 4:3 video readout on a 4:3 size sensor. So you could say that DJI have truly opened the gates with the Nano. And if you're on that half of the internet that finds that feature truly exciting, well, this may just turn your head towards the Nano that little bit more. And even if you're on the other half of the internet that doesn't think that opening the gates is truly the be-all and end-all of video, having it on a camera this size is kind of impressive, am I right? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, do not worry. But basically, shooting in 4:3 just gives you a lot more room in post-production. You have more information in the vertical axis. So if you slightly misframe, you can move the thing up or down. Pretty much everyone is editing in a 16:9 aspect ratio. So it just gives you that little bit of flexibility in post-production to move the frame up or down if you've misframed slightly. And when I say opening the gates, I'm talking about open gate video, which is where you're getting the full sensor readout. And this is a 4:3 sensor, so you're getting the full readout. Now, in their documentation that they sent over, DJI did not say anything about open gate recording, but it's kind of what this is, so pretty cool. Just thought a little tidbit in there, but thumbs up, DJI. But if you're in the market for a camera that can produce fantastic results straight out of camera, then do not sleep on the DJI Nano. It produces great images straight out of result. I'm currently using this in the D-Log-M profile, but I've been really impressed by the standard color profile. And if you capture this in the right light, because as we all know, lighting is half the battle in filmmaking, you can get some incredible results. But my favorite thing about the Nano is that the body is magnetic. So if you need to do a hands-free shot like this, you can find a fence like I've got it on right now, or something magnetic, and you have this complete hands-free shot anywhere you want. They've also come out with things like the magnetic pendant, a hat clip, other accessories like this, so you can really get some creative POV shots, and just great tools to have in your arsenal when using the Nano. At best, with a traditional action camera, you can flip up the screen. But with this, the Nano, you have the DJI multifunction vision dock, which is this fancy screen module that they're talking there. Really fancy name. But basically, this is really useful because you can unclip the Nano, put it somewhere where you want to film, frame it properly, choose your frame rate, and then you can start recording. And you can even choose what kind of stabilization you want. You have rock steady or horizon level. So if it's a little bit off, put the horizon level on and that'll correct it up to 30 degrees. But one small caveat here with the Nano is that if you're using an external microphone, I'm using the DJI Mic 3 now, you can't undock the camera from the screen and get video playback to kind of see where you're framing. So a little bit of a quirky feature that they've put in there. Hopefully that can get resolved in a future firmware update. We also have time and hyperlapse mode. It is waterproof up to 10 meters, so even in the rain you're covered. And we also have super nighttime mode, which nighttime Matt will talk about right now. Okay, it is nighttime Matt here with the DJI Nano in super night mode. I have to say, I am pretty impressed. Judging by the preview on the screen here, we've got a lot of detail. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Is this better than action cameras in the past? I'd love to hear your thoughts, but hopefully this translates in the edit. Overall, the Nano is a super fun camera to use and can really get those creative juices flowing. One, with the magnetic body and how small it is and being able to frame up away from the camera, you can really get some unique looking shots with this camera. And yes, I know this is probably going to be marketed as an action camera, but with its fantastic image quality and how fun and creative you can be with this, it's fun to use it in other ways other than action sports and see how creative you really can be, which is kind of what I always want to do with videos like this. But what are your thoughts on the new Nano from DJI? I would love to hear them in those comments. What would you use this camera for? Let's see how creative we can get. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like the footage we got with the Nano. Thanks for watching. I've been Matt.